Well, I gotta say, I am impressed with Goodz. I did not think he had it in him. Shout out to Goodz. You did your thing, man, for real. I was really impressed with some of these tracks that you put out. I feel like you should have left out 2 of them. But needless to say, I had Jae Millz clearing both DNA and Goodz, and I'm not even surprised. It's Jae Millz. Jae Millz is a hell of a writer on the beat, and he showed them both that. I think DNA did good, but DNA's issue is something that Goodz did not have, and DNA's issue is that he was just battle rapping on a beat. And I get that that's what he was going for because they were dissing each other on the beat, but when you're making music, when you step off of that stage and you're making music, you gotta make it sound good. And DNA's tracks is something that you just can't ride to, but you can ride the Millz. And it's funny. He got some funny lines up in there, and got some scathing lines up in there. Plus the beats are fire. DNA beats was not fire. Like I said, I understand what he was doing. I understand it was for like true hip hop feel and all that. But those beats would have worked sometime in the early 2000s, 90s type stuff. And I just wasn't feeling it. I like the raps. I like how they were structured. But as I said in the previous video, a lot of the stuff he was saying was just, it didn't hit. So it's like DNA's issue was that not only did it not sound the best, but his bars, his haymakers that should have been haymakers to take Jae Millz out did not even hit like that. You can't really say, oh, you successful, but not really. In so many different ways, It is what it is. How I felt about DNA. Final thoughts. As for Goodz was the complete opposite of DNA. His records, 3 out of 5 of them actually sounded pretty decent, and he was actually flowing on there. The issue was that it just was not enough. None of his tracks that he dropped were better than Jae Millz. But before I get into the video, y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more content. I'm trying to put out more content. At least a few videos a week depending on what I got going on, but my output is really going up. Really appreciate y'all. Salute to everybody that checked back to my channel, and salute to everybody that got the notifications on so you're notified when I drop. Now onward to the video. Before I even get into this, I just gotta be real with y'all. I think it's really funny how battle rappers that pretty much pioneered this whole entire sport are still the end game bosses. Jae Millz is an end game boss on wax. I really do not give a damn what you gotta say. Mook and Lux are the modern battle rap end game bosses. Lux literally just beat the dog shit out of New Jersey Twerk, and he clearly beat Rum Nitty, 2 of the most deadly battle rappers in modern history. And then Mook is Mook. He just clearly beat Hitman Holla, but the way that he beat Hitman Holla needs to be studied, because that man is a machine. I actually think Mook is the GOAT, honestly. And then you got Cassidy. Cassidy is just the energy. When Cassidy come around, it's lit. And I really do got him beating easy when the battle drops. Hey. I don't know how y'all gonna believe in rats easy spitting against Cassidy. And I really do think Cassidy gonna figure some stuff out. Hey, don't come at me. Hey, watch this Hitman battle. He clearly beat Hitman. Hey, I'm just saying. Man, alright, so past all that, I just had to make a little note for that. Cause it's crazy, man. They the end game bosses for real. First off, let's get this out the way about Goodz. What's a Wolf to a Lion? That shit was trash. I tried listening to it, and I understand what he was going for, just the slick talk on the beat, but it just did not sound good from the beat to the how he was flowing on there. It didn't sound good at all. It didn't. And then the lady screaming in the background, I really hate this record. I'm gonna be honest, Goodz. It's terrible. It's trash. But the next one was a step in the right direction. Got him. Now, I'm not a huge fan. I think it's like an average hip hop track, honestly, but it's such a step up from his first track. It gave me hope. I was like, okay, Goodz. Okay, you stepping up, Goodz. Okay. That's how I was when I was listening to it, but I wasn't. Like, if he had dropped it first, I would have been like, A second record, and it was a vast improvement. Well, not even a vast improvement. It was just an improvement over the first one. Next one was Sit Your Whack Ass Down. I like that he brought up that he think Mooks beat him back in the day. And then, you know, the whole label mate bar where he said you only got a plaque because of your label mates. I like that angle. This was actually a very decent diss record, to be honest with you. I really liked it. I was low-key impressed when I heard it. I don't know if because my expectations were so low due to his past couple tracks, even though I did somewhat like the Got 'Em track, but this one was just really surprising for me. But then he hit me in the mouth and laid me down, and not in a good way, when he dropped Letter to Millz. This was a bad angle, but I appreciate the effort. It's a bad angle because in a way you're kind of admitting that Millz is more successful than you. You're a fan because you're Stan, yes, you're Stan, writing a letter to Jae Millz because you can't reach him for whatever reason. And that was the whole premise of the Stan video, and you're playing Stan. So no, I didn't like this song, and it was just a lot of light jabs. It really felt like a waste of time, like Angry Fans said, respectfully, Goodz. And then, you know, the Jae Millz, which is, you know, his Actuality, that might be, actually not might, that is the best record that Goodz dropped. It just was not enough. This was not enough, but I really liked it probably the most. I didn't like the title, and not because I feel any kind of way about the title or anything. It's just because the title just come off of something I would have said in like high school. You feel me? Like when I was just talking bad about people or just trying to get under people's skin, you know, just throwing out that word, you know, to replace their first name. Like it just seemed pretty childish to me. But other than that, like the record was solid. Like I rock with it. And shout out to Goodz for dropping visuals to all these songs very quickly. Like I think all of these were like a day apart, a day or two apart. So shout out to him. So shout out to Goodz for being very proactive and dropping these records for real. I know it took a lot of effort, and to memorize what you just wrote down is not easy. People take that for granted. So shout out to Goodz. Now, none of these records were better than Millz records. Now, Turn the Lights Off. Yo, that joint was fire, especially like the whole Goodz is just good. I know that kind of sounds so elementary, you know, and he did have some kind of elementary bars up in here, but the way that he floated, the way that he delivered it, mixed in with the scathing bars, it really worked out. And plus the beat was fire, the concept, the visual art, it was just fire. It was just fire. So already that track alone is better than everything Goodz and DNA put out simultaneously. And this was just aimed at Goodz. So then Spin the Block Again, I admit with y'all, I laughed when I read the title. I laughed. This man said, all right, I spun the block. Guess I was spinning again. Hey, when I read that, I'm telling you, I was dying. So I started the track and it did not disappoint. Fire all the way through. I ain't got no complaints with it. I just think it was funny, like the whole concept, he's spinning the block again, like he actually in the car, in the back, spinning the block. It's funny to be out though. Millz is a fool, man. Shout out to Millz. But yeah, Spin the Block Again might be, well, nah, I don't think might. Spin the Block Again is Jae Millz' best song that he put out towards either DNA or Goodz. And I feel like DNA or Goodz did not even come close to Spin the Block Again. You know, that's a tough record. That's a tough record. I want to see Cassidy versus Jae Millz. I don't even think they have issues. But I'm talking about like on wax, because I mean in the battle, respectfully Millz, I think Cassidy would beat you. But, well, who knows? Maybe Millz will step out and off somebody on stage. Who knows? Because I don't think Millz is trash. It's very difficult to battle rap. That's why like I don't want to call Goodz and DNA trash, because they're very good. They're very good battle rappers. You know, I said it in my last video. I think Goodz is top tier. I feel DNA is top tier. Even though DNA gets a lot of hate, DNA put in work. DNA is a legend. You know, I never take that away from him. DNA, actually, the whole DNA versus Disaster battle, when I was in my hiatus and wasn't watching battles at all, that battle came up on my feed, and that battle single-handedly got me back into battle rap. DNA versus Disaster, that's why you'll never see me talking bad about either one of them, even though Disaster is not who he used to be. And he lost clearly to Cassidy after that huge promo. But other than that, he's dope. In my book, he's the biggest West Coast legend. I'm getting sidetracked, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I don't know if Millz is gonna drop again. I don't know if I'll make another video just saying how I feel about that record, because I waited a whole day for him to drop because it was rumored that he was gonna drop yesterday to follow up Spin the Block again, but he never did, and I'm tired of waiting. Respectfully, Millz. But he already did his thing anyway, so I don't really expect too much more from him. But yeah, y'all, that's about it, because I don't want to keep y'all too long. Jae Millz cleared, but can he beat them in a battle rap on stage, a cappella, in front of a crowd? Or even, you know, big room, small room? I think he stands a better chance in a small room than on stage at this point. Respect the Millz, man. Respect the Millz, because he did his thing. And the funniest thing about the situation is that Millz was called outside on beat, and he came out and beat the dog shit out of Goodz and DNA. They looking like they can't rap on beat, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though they did good, no pun intended. It just, I don't know, man. Millz cleared and he made it look easy. Cause I purposely listened to all the Goodz records back to back to back, and then when I turned on Jae Millz, it's like, oh shit, like you can hear the levels. You can hear the different levels of intensity, production, flow, the cadence. You can hear that in the bars. You can hear all that. So it's just like, how can anybody even think that Jae Millz lost? And I know I'm a fan of Young Money. I always have been a fan of Cash Money, but that has nothing to do with it. If Goodz and DNA clear Jae Millz, I get on here and be like, look, Jae Millz, I don't know what's going on. You supposed to be really dope on beat. I don't know how you lost badly like this. I really say that. I have no issue. I have no picks. But Jae Millz literally got over, and he made it look easy, simple. And that's my overall thoughts on this situation. What do y'all think about, the whole Jae Millz versus DNA and Goodz? Do you think Jae Millz cleared DNA and Goodz? I think he did. Well, but do you think that DNA and Goodz beat Jae Millz? Let me know down below. Share the video to your friends, family, communities that like this video. Like the video to increase my chances of being seen in the algorithm, because YouTube is very picky with that. Also, drop a comment on your way out, even if it's something basic. Sub to the channel for more content to let me know that you like the channel. I got 350 subs. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Y'all the MVP. Y'all part of my world. I appreciate y'all for real. I can't even downplay that for real. I can't even downplay that for real, because y'all could have subbed to anybody else, even if it was in passing. Even if it wasn't passing, y'all just saw one video and said, I kind of like this video, I sub, and then never come back again, or, you don't watch every single video, which that's your right. I don't watch everybody's videos either, but as long as you come back and, support the channel, I really appreciate y'all. I'm trying to put out more content for y'all, and I'm trying to be more consistent, because in the past I just wasn't. Had a lot going on, living situation, personal stuff, and, just working. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer. So y'all be safe, and y'all already know what I'm about to say. Don't fall for the nigga moments, because one nigga moment can put you in the grave or put you in the jail cell. You pick one. I already know I'm bending the ladder. I'm not trying to go into formal. Better to ignore them, even if they trying to heckle you, because you already know what you're capable of. You ain't trying to go that route. But yeah, that's about all, y'all. Face signing out. Oh, and much love.